why I think I think that's good to kind of do maybe a bit before plans for 2025. We'll do that.
Should we mention?
And then we can do another shout out for it at the end.
I turned 16, started going out, sneaking into wherever I could. I remember I used to go to like Love Juice and they'd hand out like the House of Silk CDs and stuff like that. I used to listen to a lot of that, and then sort of my taste in music sort of grew from there really. Now we're here.
Who would you say your biggest inspirations are in the scene?
I think for me it's got to be Francesco Delgado. I think he's a master of his craft, and I think he dares to play stuff that a lot of people wouldn't.
Yeah.
And I think he's perfect at just mixing different genres of tracks together and throwing out them curveballs that like would just come out of nowhere.
As well.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, that was really nice. It was like really informative.
I've got a fear of like public speaking.
Sorry, hi.
Everyone was like, you don't say that on the radio, do you? Like, but it was so jokes.
Yeah, I feel like you got to break the ice with the radio.
Yeah, you just have to. I think like.
I did a
it's
podcast
meant to
once.
be
I hated it.
conversational and like it's meant to be like light-hearted. Like people like you want listeners to like resonate with like you're just a normal person. Goals and what's going to be happening this year?
Yeah, so we've got quite a few things in place already for this year. Obviously got the Next Door Records on the 8th, and then we're doing Crate Brewery on the 26th of April.
Nice.
Which, you know, you're sort of going into the new season, like the spring, where outdoors on a canal with tunes playing, you can't really beat it, to be honest with you.
No, you can't.
So no, I'm looking forward to that one, especially, and then just more record shop ones. We like a record shop one, I think, as a team.
How would you say like you kind of manage like? Has there ever been like a bit of conflict, or has there ever been? Because obviously sometimes that line can when it is difficult sometimes to manage that. How do you guys manage sort of like making sure that your business side of it isn't affected because like you're trying to protect sort of like the friendship side? Are you quite good at like speaking out about?
I will admit I am pretty terrible at this. I do lose my head sometimes. There might be a certain situation, someone says something in the chat or whatever, nothing bad or anything. We might disagree on something and I'll have a little strop about it. So I will hold my hands up to that. That's probably the only conflict we really have.
Yeah.
Apart from that, it is all sunshine and rainbows, really. I'm not going to lie.
That's great.
Yeah, there's not a lot of conflict that goes on, is there?
We're honest with each other.
There's a lot of majority. So
Honesty.
I think it helps that we all, if we don't agree with something, then one of us will say like, nah, like we don't just sort of pretend like we're all 100% into something if we're not, kind of thing. And we'll always find a sort of middle ground to try and sort that out.
I do feel like if we do, let's say we're voting on a track that we like from someone, one person might not like it, but the one person that doesn't like it will actually go, hang on a sec, you know, I trust what the other boys are saying, I will go with it.
Yeah.
They won't kick up a fuss and be like, well, no, I don't want this on. So I think that's a good way to be about it, really. And I think with EPs, it's a tough one because I think the ones we've done this year, or last year, sorry, have been very good. You want to keep that. You want to keep going. So I feel like we get a bit more pickier with what we want to get out there. Obviously, it's not a bad thing at all, but it's keeping that level up or even upping it a level. But we're going to do that this year, definitely.
Nice. What else did you go on to do in terms of what parties did you have?
So the second one was
it Christina?
It was at Christina.
Yeah. Shout out Christina.
Yeah, we love that record shop. Just more of a chill vibe.
Where can you find Christina Records?
I think it's in Hackney, like Homerton.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it only ran till 10 p.m. It was really chill. Like, it was a really nice day. Had the windows open and everyone. Our record shop ones are more about building a community where everyone that comes can speak to each other and get to know each other. So then when we throw our bigger parties, like everyone's more like they feel more comfortable because they know we know the crowd now.
Yeah.
It's more of a free flow, isn't it?
Yeah.
So like them record shops, we all love to go there, don't we? And then when we've got everyone in there, it's building that community, isn't it? Like you said, people just talk to each other, you meet new people, then you're like, oh, you're going to this one next time, and it just builds it and goes on from there, doesn't it, really?
It's really good.
Yeah, I came to your last one at Christina, and I felt that, like, you can just sort of, everyone feels very relaxed, and you can sort of flip between having a bit of a dance whilst you're playing like music and like chatting, and it does make it flow a lot nicer, I think. And I think with the record shops as well, it's nice the way you guys have it open still to like go and have a look at records, and like I think there's just like it makes a like nice personal kind of feel to it, which is really nice. And I was like, why is he looking at me like this? Like, what have I done? I've never been barred from anywhere.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, you're not allowed in. And I was like, what do you mean not allowed in? He was like, sorry, I need to put my sunglasses, so right. What do you mean I'm not allowed in? He was like, you're definitely not around. And looked at me like just pure disgust. Went,
I was just joking.
Ah.
I'm so embarrassed.
I'm a DJ. You play it.
I'm up for anything to do.
Let's go next door records. There's something around.
I'm not a difficult man.
Yeah,
Let's go next door records.
all the boys, obviously all the sub boys have taken us in today because this is where their event is going to be on the 8th of February. So I thought they'd show us around and we're going to grab a bite to eat and a little drink.
Good last time.
Oh, I was going to say
As well. Do you want pesto as well?
Kyle's got a mate. What's his name? Alfie. Alfie. And obviously when we done the record shop as well, we were just like, they have a basement here, so why not just use it to our advantage?
And then we heard it was 90 cap, and we were
Yeah,
like,
because I feel
that's
like
perfect.
a basement like this size is sort of exactly what we look for, really, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I think
perfect.
the reason I put it off sale was because I was waiting for their licence to get extended.
The licence,
They've got a
yeah.
late license
Yeah,
now,
Now
so
it's
it works
2
well.
a.m., so perfect.
Yeah, 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. isn't
Yeah,
it?
good time,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah. And
Perfect
we can
time.
get-
Why did you book C, Roberts?
Because he's different, he's wiggy.
He plays a lot of sound.
Yeah.
Electro, glitchy, dark, stripped back.
Nice.
It's nice.
He's actually
Good.
well the right bloke to be fair as well.
lovely,
Like, you
yeah.
think of when you first deal with someone, it actually makes the like booking, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah.
if you go to book someone and then they deal with it in a bit of a weird way, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
so-
if they're
yeah.
friendly about it, it makes you go, oh well, I want that even more. Whatever he's asking for, we'll give it.
Do you know what? I think everyone we've dealt with in terms of bookings, so we had T-Jax.
Yeah,
They was
yeah,
fucking sound.
yeah, TJ
Songs.
as well. Yeah,
We've
so
had Will, one half of
Wilbur.
Will
that's what we
That's
that's what we're
it.
looking
And
for.
then-
Like,
and then
you
Steve.
want someone like that.
Yeah, I feel like everyone we've dealt with so far.
And our next booking, the 8th.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
keep it quiet.
Yeah, that's exciting.
The big one.
I love this label.
Great label.
Great label.